It's 7 o'clock. I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Darcy, you call the roll, please.
Moore.
Here.
Marr. Moody.
Here.
Engstrom.
Here.
Engelhardt.
Here.
All right, thank you. Item 3 is the pledge. Everybody please stand and we'll recite the pledge. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, item 4 then, perfection and approval of the agenda. Make a motion on that, please. Second.
I'll second it.
All right, any further discussion? Not all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Most say no. Carry. Thank you. All right, item 5 is public comment. We got anybody from the comment or from the public that'd like to talk to us?
I do have something, but if somebody else wants to go, I can take it.
Oh, we'll let, just come on up.
All right. Well, here's the deal. I was down the street and talked to Ricardo, and they bake fresh bread on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So he sent fresh bread.
Oh.
So
Thank you.
Feel
Val.
free
And
to-
Ricardo.
I know, I'm like, way to go, Ricardo. But anyways, if you've noticed, they're putting the store in, the shelving is in, it looks really, really nice. It's been a while since I've talked to Ricardo, and I had heard that this is what he's doing, and he's been posting pictures of bread baking, which is going to be a massive downfall for me. But anyways, I just wanted to share that, and he says hello, and it sounds like by the end of the week, his store will be open to a certain level. And he is looking to have some kind of display case for all the freshly baked bread. And yeah, but the store looks nice. And it sounds like he'll have kind of an area that is Nicaraguan, Mexican, and I'm not sure. But anyways, just wanted to let you guys know. And so please stop in and talk to Ricardo and say hello and try the bread.
Thank you,
Thank
Val.
you.
And which store is this from?
So next to El Puriente, it's still El
Oh.
Puriente. He
Oh,
just
the old
has his
coffee shop.
store.
The old
Yep.
coffee.
Yeah,
Oh,
the old coffee shop.
all right.
Anybody else from the public? All right, well, let's move on then. Item 6 is Tara. Hi, Tara. Did you grab a roll? Yeah.
All mine.
Yep.
Wow.
All yours.
We should do the paper business, right?
Yeah.
It's got the schedules of all the buildings.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. All right, just hold up a second. We'll see if Darcy can get this thing to.
No left, Mayor.
No luck?
No,
Okay.
but it's still going, but you just can't.
Okay.
Turn.
All right. Yeah. Go on.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the renewal invoice packet from ICAP. Going through it, they were right at 29% for the rate increase, so they had the budget for about 30%. The biggest increases were in the property portion, which is what we had expected as far as that goes. Your coverage on the property increased by just under 3 million because they had a 10% inflation guard, so each of the properties went up by 10%, along with the contents at each location. We had made a couple vehicle changes so that the amount of coverage on vehicles increased by a little bit. That was at 43,000, but the biggest increase was in the property, and that's where it's at that over 30% of that. So, and I know the last time I talked to you about the windstorm and hail deductible, the catastrophic deductible. Did any of you listen in on that Zoom or the webinar thing that they had. Okay, so that being said, there was another one after that. I think it was a couple weeks old. I wasn't able to listen in because I had another class I was at, but it sounds like they're getting rid of the minimum deductible. So which you guys, if there's a catastrophic loss, your minimum deductible because of the amount of coverage you have would be 25,000. They're getting rid of that. So now it's just a percentage deductible. So for instance, if I'll put the building here. Which is the very first one. They're all, you got 2.2 million on it. You've got a percentage deductible of 2%. So obviously that's going to be more than the minimum, but you don't have to worry about that minimum if there's a smaller building that's damaged in a catastrophic loss.
And then if there's destruction, to just really go by the building, not the whole 25,000.
Right. So if there's, we had talked about that the last time, if there's a catastrophic loss that ISO deems a catastrophe, a duration goes through, and you have, well, this is a per building deductible. And I wish they would think about doing a maximum deductible, but that hasn't come into play yet. They're still working on stuff. But if the whole town was wiped out, we'd have 2% for each structure. Yeah. Yep. In this case, with the no minimum deductible, if you only have damage to maybe 1 or 2 buildings, you just have the 2%.
That makes sense. Thank you.
But the max deductible would be
That'd be
nice too, if you have
Yeah.
multiple buildings throughout town.
Yeah, that was one of my questions I had. All due to reinsurance. Everything that they're doing with deductibles is driven by reinsurance. They're doing what they have to do or what they're told to do. So unfortunately. So I did have them quote out optional deductibles. There's a
Which page are you on? Right
just
there,
the single sheet, the top one.
Yep.
Right now, all of your vehicles have a $200 comp and a $350 collision deductible. So the physical damage portion for your autos for the renewal is $9,942. If you bump it up to $500, $1,000, only saves you $851. If you go up to $1,000, $2,500, it'd save you just under $2,300 for the year. So it's a bit more of a savings if you go to $1,000, $2,500. Then the buildings and contents. Right now, that premium is $86,506, and then the other deductible options doesn't save you a whole lot to go to $2,500, but go to $5,000 or $10,000. Obviously, you've got more risk yourselves. You have to put the first $5,000 or $10,000 in case of loss, but a bit more. And you can leave autos the way they are and bump up property if you want, or vice versa, or whatever if you want to save a little bit of money.
For all of our buildings.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And all of our vehicles.
Yep. So if you have in the big packet, the back side of the first page, it shows the contribution amount for each line of coverage. You got your general liability, auto liability, law enforcement, public officials, your excess liabilities, your additional $2 million that you have over and above the general liability, vehicles, property, equipment, breakdown, and crime coverage. And then also included in this packet is the last couple of pages. They have they have premium breakout, so you can see what each building is costing you and what each vehicle is costing you. Miscellaneous property, it gives the premium for each item. So you can see what everything costs individually.
Who is J.F. Smith? I'm trying to remember.
Up in the fairgrounds there.
Ah, that's right. Oak Park, those are like the, what do you call it?
Playground equipment.
Yeah, all that, and then the shelters is what I was thinking of, that bathroom.
The pool stuff in on that golf cart stuff, I suppose.
Okay. Sure, when you started the conversation, you were talking about deductibles, weren't you?
Mhm.
So, what's this really got to do with it then?
We can pick, right?
Yeah, you can pick. So this deductible, if there's not a catastrophic loss, say if you have a fire to this building, you would have just that policy level deductible.
All right.
So if you wanted to pick, right now you're at 1,000, you can go up to 2,500.
Gotcha. You bet. Yeah.
So this is just this is all other besides the catastrophic.
So what's the chance of our vehicles, city vehicles being in an accident?
Well, you never know, do you?
Yeah, some bad luck with
That
that
work
plow.
truck, plows.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking.
We had a couple of just
Yeah, there's a lot of
crazy
different-
things and, their police cars being on the road and deer are all over the place too.
So right now we have a $350 deductible for the,
For collision,
for the collision.
yeah,
and-
200 for comprehensive.
Yeah. Here, we should pay less out for deductibles. I mean,
It's not a huge savings if you go up to 500 to 1,000. So I mean, it's only $851, but
But 1,000 doesn't buy much on a vehicle anymore either.
yeah, it doesn't take much to get to 5,000 on the damage to a vehicle.